It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got some new Ren today, so, you know, it's a beautiful day today, as always, when my man drops. This one is called Troubles. I almost forgot that this was coming out because I would have been on this immediately, but I was doing a bunch of different stuff for my anime reaction channel, which if anybody's interested, you know, link down below, just letting you know. I'm also going to be live tonight around 6, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be baking a pie. It's a little random. It's going to be a scuffed stream. The audio probably won't be the greatest. My setup is not the best, but I told everybody I would do it. So I'm going to do my best to make it happen, and we'll see how it all goes. Then we'll probably do some gaming afterwards. And then Friday and Saturday, we do the music reaction streams, but it's all on Twitch, twitch.tv/DuaneTV. I'm doing a lot of plugging in this intro. Let me stop. Let's just dive into this. Ren, Troubles. Let's see what the homie was cooking with.
Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard.
I don't know if I should read the bottom. I'll read the bottom because it's my man's story, which is, it's a crazy story. From the age of 19 until 26, I spent most of my life in bed in physical and mental pain. I spent years bouncing from doctor to doctor, searching for a way out with no luck. The more time that passed without answers, the more my body would deteriorate. By the time I was 25, I could barely stand and entered a stress-induced psychosis. Although I was convinced I was going to die, I did climb out. This is my story of hope. I wish I'd had more stories of hope at the time. I like that. See, I love this man for that, because he knows that there's other people that are going through stuff, whether it's similar to his situation or not, which I think not many are going to be. I feel like he was probably in a pretty rare situation, but there's going to be people out there that are dealing with stuff on all sorts of different levels. And like he said, you know, like, this is my story of hope. And I wish that I had more of these to look at when I was going through what I was, to let me know that there may be another side to this. Like, this doesn't have to necessarily be forever. I can figure out a way through this to a point where happiness is going to be in my life. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. So hopefully a lot of other people can take from his story and find some solace in their own.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw, put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Edging notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted.
See, it's crazy. Like you said, the first year was the hardest, and I could completely understand that at 19 years old. Like, yes, you've become a little bit more experienced in life in the sense that, like, you know, 16, 17, 18, like, you start to have some experiences. Obviously, you're not nearly as fluent in life as anybody that's older, but like you've had your starting stages, and to have something like this happen to him at that time, and you don't seem to understand why, you don't have an answer for it, nobody seems to be able to help you, like, that's like, it's a tough spot to be in. I mean, it's tough no matter what age you are, but especially when you're young and you still haven't gathered enough knowledge in life yet. And it starts to feel like this is going to be it. The rest of my life is going to be like this, knowing that you have 40, 50, 60 years ahead of you, if not more. And it's like, this is the cards that I was dealt. This is what it's going to be, right? Like, that's got to be such a crazy feeling. And I said, again, at any age it would be, but like, let's just say he was 40 years old. It still sucks, and it's still something that you're going to be going through, but it's like, at least you're like, yo, I had a lot of good years. Hopefully I could figure this out. But it's not like I didn't get to live a life yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different ways of looking at it, but regardless, it's crazy to think from 19 to 26. At that point, you probably figure like nothing's ever gonna work. Like, this is what I have to deal with forever. Let me go back a little bit.
Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end.
You also got to think of it like this too. There's probably a lot of people that go through some shit and they give in. And I don't blame them, obviously, correct? Like, I couldn't even imagine being in some of these situations that some people are in. Thankfully, he wasn't willing to just completely give up. And I'm sure he had his moments, without a doubt. But the fact that he was willing to try to find out and go to doctor to doctor to doctor and just, you know, just because these doctors doesn't know doesn't mean that I'm not going to find somebody that does, type of thing. Whereas like some people might go to a doctor, 2, 3 doctors, and then just be like nobody gets this. Nobody knows what to do for me. And then just kind of resign to what the last doctor told you and just go from there. Right. And that's something that I feel like everybody should always keep in mind, right? Which is why second opinions, third opinion, get as many opinions as you have to, because if nobody's giving you the answer that you want to hear, I feel like you need to go as far as you can, right? To try to find that answer, even if you never end up getting it, or if the answer is going to be the same from every single person, and maybe there is really no escape from what you're dealing with. I feel like it's worth that attempt, right? It's worth trying to go as far as you possibly can. If you get to the point, do experimental shit, which I'm pretty sure he had done as well, and tried so many different things.
The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means that helped me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bedroom. Rearranged the alphabet and all the letters spelled doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts, 26, I'm highly medicated and the
See, that's a sad place for people to get to, right? Where it's like some people, it's not even so much that they don't want to live or that they don't want to be good, right? Like, but you get to a point where you're so numb to life and you've been through so much shit, right? That it's almost like that pain is a release. That pain is, at least it's something. At least I'm feeling something.
metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts, 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. I brought my microphone until my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the grim reaper knocking on the track. But then, man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant, brought me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Made me whole. This music I give you. Pain that I live through. Everything I've been through is yours to hold.
Conditions like Lyme disease, ME, MCAS, POTS, fibromyalgia all receive... Oh, hold up, my bad. I'm slow because I messed up the words. All receive criminally low attention and funding relative to many other conditions. That is a fact. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. And then there's other conditions which are known, like let's just say schizophrenia, stuff like that with mental, where there are backings for them. But a lot of these doctors, I'm going to be honest with you, the majority of them, they suck. They just see patients as a bunch of numbers. They just feed you shit, get you out the door. They don't really care what the outcome is. There's not many programs that are actually going to help you. There are programs, right? They're like, oh yeah, we check in on them. And they don't give a shit. I promise you that. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's just so much stuff that needs to be corrected in this world. Victims are usually left to suffer for years without any solid explanation of what is going on and receive very little help to escape a body constantly at war with itself. This can make you feel like giving up, and many times I came close, but I'm so happy I didn't because life is beautiful now. I promise yours can be too. For those of you still living in the dark, hold on. There will be a day where these conditions are more easily managed. Until that day, I keep pushing for more exposure, more compassion, more understanding. And I love that about him. We all deserve a life free of suffering where we can find moments of real beauty and peace even when things seem hopeless. I promise this is still possible. Facts. Hope. I'm with him on that. And you know, Ren is one of those people that like he's kind of seen both ends of it, right? I mean, obviously he's not like Drake famous. You know what I'm saying? But this man is extremely like he's on the other opposite end of the extreme that he was on, right? Not many people get to a point where they were where he was, his body declining, stuck in bed, physically just completely inept by the time he's like 23, 24, and it just continues to decline, mentally going as well because of all the stress, stress-induced psychosis, like he said in the beginning, and all sorts of things, and feeling like life is over and considering giving up, like at the bottom of the barrel, basically. And then now he's at a point where like life is good. He's able to make music on a grand scale. A lot of people listen. He has a huge fan base, a lot of support. Like it's just two extreme ends of life, and he's one of the few people that has experienced both, right? So he really has an understanding of it, and I feel like people like him getting into positions like this is such a beautiful thing, because as much as it sucks they went through what they did, like it changes them inside, and it gives them so much more of an understanding of life and of what people go through, and the want to help those people. You know what I'm saying? So Ren's good for the culture, good for music, good for life. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Respect everything that he's been through. Let me know what you guys thought down below, and I will catch you in the next one, homies.